So every single year we talk about Galamsey, but this time around I am so glad that my Enjoy Online for it taking a step further to do this particular expose, and the response are a free Amansie Central District Assembly Hall through PRO for the DCE. It is the most disappointing press release I've ever cited. Come back bomb age. I have go since 24. Let's also make me a subscribe button so. Now I click the notification icon so. Now face follow here. Your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter at gossip24.com. Any gossip24 TV. Now make house a go.house for our the best of the best home appliances. Say a rice cooker now pay. Say air conditioner now pay. Say a dryer now pay. Say a washing machine now pay. A oven now pay. Blender, kettle, microwave. They will hear beer no called Go Dots for Hodmo. Or my showroom no our West Hills Mall. Go Dots for SSU delivery at the Balfour. So work. I'll bet me order online. For that best that's screen is no. And I service to website www.go.house.com. Now it's here go straight to the story. Now me I also be anim what small scale mining is. And for those of you who don't know, basically small scale mining based on the Minerals and Mining Act, 2006 Maker Act 703 no. Echemu says small scale mining so be ya so ye Ghana ni it's a China ni and as a Burkina ni fra illegal mining. Just so you know, eba na mrani mu a ba wonu say Ghana has you know amanfo bi na mfa mrani yeduma. Small scale mining no, right? Another thing is say there were three ways how to be the small scale mining. Baako and say wow asase. The atosubium and say Minerals Commission for a gazette asase bia asase no asase a mining company kese bi aye adwuma wo so and no jai na Minerals Commission for a blocky asase no normal gazette no we twa bi e de small scale miner normal ma ho krata. And a third option is a Minerals Commission for no a prospecting no editor. Then the work GB. Now work out yeso eduma. Not after 3 years no. Woni omo ache asase no. I just said no so no. Oh, so these are the three ways, right? Now, interestingly, no, in the year 2025, 25, yes, 25. The actual date, 29th of October 2025. And an EPA for a banning machine be a small scale mining. Our Ghana has it because machine no. Na a dig Ghana fonya a sensio a say and that machine a chamfang. Now, our EPA for president on the by almost say the Environmental Protection Agency Authority has issued a sweeping directive prohibiting the fabrication, importation, sale, and use of chamfang mining machines across Ghana, citing their devastating impact on the country's rivers and ecosystems. It's not just about insuno, but also the fact that chamfang no essay and sase. Now, guess what? My joy news for a year an expose on Galamsey, and this time around they focused on Amansie Central. Who are winning Amansie Central? No Jacobu and a district capital or assembly no ase. It's Amansie Central and I Enjoy Online for a expose no more expose no. Almost coming across interesting findings. One of the findings so actually say Sauko Amansie Central Galamsey cost illegal mining cost under the guise of small scale mining.
Yes, we're said to be paying 3,000 Ghana cedis for every chamfang machine.
But most of these people, any enkrata for Minerals Commission, so they are illegal miners. And on top of that, you see chamfang, the same chamfang in the year 2025, EPA, Environmental Protection Authority, banning the use, sale, distribution, importation, and assembly of chamfang organ haseno. And go forward Amansie Central you see. On top of that, District Assembly ama ho kwan say obe you see chamfang I will say nipa ni 3,000 Ghana cedis.
Police for that. And oba even though say omo eye do of na senior nipa omo man and omo that go musica say excavator 700 million. So nipa no ya do for ni o.
Omo cha excavators ewo Amansie Central District Omo charge every single excavator biano 30,000 Ghana cedis. So we mienu ana one negotiate 50,000 and also 60,000.
Into no excavator baako
30,000.
I want my Enjoy Online for expose no. I discovered that sir about the excavator ne dia amamre eda hodeda one of the illegal miners and I catch my Enjoy Online for no nipa no say amamra eda hodeda
When you wine policy excavator 3,000 your wine policy man
Your policy a best system ni. But just the NPP come and the system na so o man na ye ni ko galamsey ni blast wo asem no kwadi adu ze wo hye mo kema.
but chamfan de na de nansen ya ena omo de chamfan na ba we ba ye ya na omo de chamfan no de ne e ba cha ma omu tua chamfan ne ka wentua
Do me nya omo nyi ba this year na funa. From your starting Ghana omo nyi ba this year no master to me no buy. No master to me.
Now there was an illegal miner. The sort of said, "No, I am so upset." Now the buffoni now has to do with one man. Ono no ojiji sika for such and fan ne excavator no and din red. Now so some media or say your friend Imam and I say Malam
Passed as we waited for the mining desk officer and leader of the task force, a man known interchangeably as Red, Malam or Nana, who also served as the community's chief imam. Our wait was prolonged because he was reportedly out on an operation collecting the tax from illegal miners.
Ono odi animo diska no red name ebe che ne nkrofo e de koye red ne ka che ne say first no omo agree omo ni ti o first no omo ni national security for tena say a meeting ama national security for any omo negotiate ama ne ba 200 Ghana cedis but red ne be che ne nkrofo no na o so ko tua sa 3,000 Ghana cedis
Omo che no do more than 3 hours. That time I'm before best at 9:30 to 8 o'clock to I have to move any aguma. But and now almost omo my this be 3,000. Omo my receipt to your forgery paper. By date require December January. Now what are there 1 year 30 million now. Now by date 2 months.
How much 30 million?
3,000. Me almost me bra. One machine 3,000. One machine 3,000. Me mopa me contract mu enko japo district wo. Me red. Me just red. Una bi kama me o se na yan kwa red ya kwa na imam. De ko sia ye nyina ye divide ye say. Inse say e pa na tutu na ba wo so obebu awo de. Sen ye nka ya sempa. Ye nyina ye decide say a month or so 2 million. Yeah. Me tia me there. So what you say? Ah, you know say odotobu ya de obi mfi akire ensa me ha ye bi. Any 2 weeks or any week go na red go so buy. Red catch ra ye say esuru odo na aduma na sunu. National security for aduma.
So this man has mentioned national security, mentioned the district assembly, mentioned this revenue collector. Red, so no in charge of my GALAMSEY who sikadije. And also mention the biome say red in this so one not the one my police for so when just can not the one my police for
Police for mo se ni for aye ni nsa ye nua mo police for me look am. Banya police ni na be so red na nkasa na so wonsa o wi an do am police na police e lead. Let me say me nkasa ya say.
Na woni pa no meja.
Oh, you clear 3,000 and no good jano. Asa no say ache me gba pan. Ono so sa am ye go dia machine say dem machine for so. And sana omuja wo
and then there was one illegal miner. I just said on my join online phone and as a join news phone ni pa na kasa. O catch and say hwe ono sometime bi. On ba be che ne boy ne dwuma ni baako because we ntua for champagne no. We no ni sticker. We ntua nti on ba be che ne dwuma ni baako.
I didn't know much no.
Omba umbisa say the people so en fa say le ma mi no obi asu no on track me en ha de wa bonten anu an so san jakob e kwa e kokoti ai e so an so so de obi a mo heda ma se de o mo beta ko bi se bia o mo be diska na se bia bi se
And 3,000 na. Mutu buko tia zen.
And my join online for investigator no I call back to Jacobuko Amansie Central Assembly no office no district assembly office no okoshia woman ba kwa ocha oye illegal miner and na oka how our person be share red na otie sika man
Election man na someone on mobile.
Yeah, oh. Fipa ni be chance.
According to no so means that the nation is evil. Which might be trying to be true.
And so my betching.
My journal for no and make attempt so metia for omo chamfan no right, and on the final day omukoko tiesika no omuko share NADMO coordinator our Amansie Central District Assembly no a boys our red no efie
Red, where the transaction would begin, not the district assembly. Inside Red's residence, a surprise awaited us. We met 2 NADMO officers, including the deputy NADMO director for the municipality. Everyone was here for one reason: to buy stickers that permit illegal mining.
Chairman, you will do. Now, where they are, boss, you will only make. Baba, we will.
If they about catches any of them, office.
NADMO coordinator and the boys no oh the eti red no ehonomo right, and emra mu share red no they had to search them. And was almost search you.
Arrived after 30 minutes. Funds were forbidden in his inner office, where we will meet him. Search is conducted, even on NADMO officers who are accomplices.
Now, Omofi Red no one. The next person I know also NADMO coordinator for Amansie Central District Assembly. No? And the conversation started from time Omoko Sia or Red few hon because NADMO coordinator and the boy say catch say I was about Honsu in Tiampa Omoko Honomo Ekosia NADMO coordinator no. And another coordinator ne catch say sisi ade omo no mo ha ade no na se ne ebe ya bibie ni a wo ombehu se ne ombesi aye nti no otu omo for kakra wo de omo kọ no ne omo boy no ne boy ne enkonko kasa
after the higher recognition say one for musa mo my stay no enough am the baby am free place for machine be here one no free one kataso and I can't we was one son the bad operations so that I want to make one country be open.
When the boy ne kokasa ya na just a boy ne say omuntua 2000 Ghana cedis no omuntua 2000 Ghana cedis da yes ana omo ha omo bebi omo wo no omo mba ho kra e ma be ha omo bibie ni operation bie ni a omeyi omo efim
Say June say next week. Say next week Monday nearby Nanka. I'll be on direct council. But you'll be on your body ye. Say name for 30,000 Nanka for the 1,000 Nanka in Nanka success. And then the way done us.
After negotiating, he agreed to the 1,000 cedis. This was paid to the lead negotiator at the director's office.
My jawline had a recording of the district chief executive officer, in this case DCE, for Amansie Central District Assembly, in the person of Honorable Emmanuel Obey Ajimai. Just on the illegal mine about Elbon Common at church and you say, oh, and Nkafene dear, 6,000 cedis there, Benjamin. No 3,000 cedis no air for 6 months. Then I said for champagne.
In addition to excavator. And see, I come and this year. But not gazetting. And I was a yeah. And Sana, yesterday, I did it. And after that meeting, no, me and Mama authorization so more printed stickers, no. Na on my site. Na the woman year, no. A year, I think 6,000 or so.
One leg, no.
Yes. Now it's 3,000 for every 6 months. And I'm almost say a year last 6 months of the year. First part, no, actually.
And in case you don't see anything wrong with this, champagne no. EP for abanning the use of champagne because as I say you and no more tax area tour at the ama champagne say would you be more quite use champagne no name of 3,000 Ghana cedis for champagne beer who you see. Aside that no excavator beer who use no yeah Joe 30,000 Ghana cedis. And I'm not my jawline for kwaye payments, no, right? Boy, now, Olidi Omutu, red, no. In this case, Imam Anase Malam, no, if you honor. Our more call discuss payments in the idea, or more call back to bank, no. Boy, they catch almost say, in so, Esika one dear, baby, our pesa we be ano, and Wusika, and will honor ma. Or more general charge.
Yes, take a go of it. That was a great I know basic and about. What do you say? You know, come with you. That is your school with you. The castle will
Tibu you will swim a bit, I say.
I don't know how much machine back at the eye. She got it. I don't know what I say. Who do you say or the price? You say or the price? You say price. If you say no, my answer I said brother. Yeah, what the price?
It's assembly now because I creative prices are two for the beer we Juma.
I said that you fish
Now, 16,000 you know, for machines, man.
Why do I do fish like this? No.
And these are the people you put your more in place. So more share a whole district assembly. So guess what they did? The Amansie Central District Assembly, no, through public relations officer or at the press release, Eba Bonte responding to my Joy Online and I said Joy News for Exp0se or Mutu Nidin Galamsey tax no. Now, almost your who video no, and also who documentary no. Now, though we are open to public scrutiny, say I'm out for bet me actually because you're a democratic country, mono. And who may here say you better put in the narratives and answer the facts, no right. No person will tell you say, sir, revenue collection operation way. I want District Assembly no, and yes, I feel some baby she says I no. I want her records so how bet me I check it 2023, 2024, no more J. What I say 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020 no more J international current administration. And this is shared by Begu on say GALAMSEY for an small scale miners and not illegal miners. And remember to us cano. And I didn't know what did that. See the public relations officer. See the account. And also tell so I can say, sir, revenue collection we know. Any idea be a boom maybe also. What is it? Based on assembly no or mobile law. And there's some more passing as far back as 2008. And I want on the most. From that time 90 from 2008 at GALAMSEY Akoso Amansie Central hono sa bylaw we were hono mo di sky no there is nothing wrong sana PR the person or person say there is nothing wrong and also as I say individual be any present administration where or can ho e mo say sa bylaw no dey be na face no inipa na owo hono ma oji jisika no which in this case your friend red no onye new figure or you be our district assembly no that's one in charge of sika jije no some say obi jije chanfan sika or jije excavator sika enye new red no say adwuma na wa jije sika na wa performing the same responsibility under the previous government without any controversy in all to one adwuma so. Na suggestions say sasika we no district chief executive officer no and also obi our district assembly ho ni bottom no false no mu ina hu video ni mo say omukọ odotobri rural bank na ye payment no wo honom but my joy online for said that no man fa video da say omudi sika ne ma bank teller no o man fa no amba Omo fa no no body receipt pen buy but I didn't quarter bank account mu kokro no mo so akabiom say since omo eba her office so I'm saying say the PRO is speaking on behalf of the district chief executive officer because I say since assuming office the assembly has ensured that these revenues are used to address critical operations. Official vehicles that were previously grounded on unserviceable have been repaired and returned to use. The assembly, which previously lacked basic logistics such as a pickup vehicle, has now been equipped to function more effectively. These are practical interventions that benefit the district and do not amount to personal gain. Into one person which I say, and yes, be a nipa ba akubi boto. Assembly na na benefit from. Yate. No more assembly ne die. Omo opposite to illegal mining. Who opposite to illegal mining? And then I would tax for champagne. Because champagne EPA directive by on the 29th of October 2025 banning champagne, the importation, assembly, distribution, sale, and use. Obesa Moka said, Sir, idea a one in place. I idea omodi mobilize revenue. Say nebe be supporting local governments no. Be supporting local governments no. It's an existing bylaw and assembly no bound by say or make collect our revenue. Anybody be on my. Now first no, amount for kato sites bi ohonoma illegal mining ni ade. I was a public ni who say there are regulations. Into me so keke efa yes our claims no. Because issues of legality are determined by the appropriate regulatory institutions, not just by assumptions and also selective recordings. Into almost a my job I said that no my recordings be no waka kesi ni. Obiak can to me say, baby omuye GALAMSEY, baby omuye mining illegal. No more kasem. Responsible journalism ohi. A here thorough investigation, balance and fairness. My job life for more balance and fairness. No. They say yedi asem we politics, partisan propaganda. Say the best say amount for dine ebia honorable yima no obe ajima dine the best say na say dey be. Sa practice no. So mu jiji chamfa husika excavator husika na enye ne fiti de da na ewo ho no. Grounded in law, ewo bylaws mo as an assembly. Now the public, any exposure of any new wrongdoing. Hey. Or see, what the public is witnessing is not the exposure of a new wrongdoing, but the representation of an old administrative practice to suit a convenient political narrative. Ghanaians deserve the full truth, not fragments of it. The picture this press release paints is that, listen, your chrome had here, oh, bribe na AJJ, bribe na DCE hospital, oh, bribe na AJJ no be na DCE market, oh, here kwanya una mi so kra bribe ni be AJJ, bribe ni dey send na dey fit as AJJ, what you say, bribe AJJ be cry dey akoto ambulance ya di fe wufo ni ade. And so a public relations officer writes on behalf of a district assembly. This public relations officer is the mouthpiece of the district chief executive officer. And he says that what the public is witnessing is not the exposure of a new wrongdoing. So it means that you acknowledge that what you are doing is somehow wrong. However, you want to say that it is not new. Did people bring you to office to repeat wrongdoings? Weren't you brought into office to correct wrongdoings? To the extent that illegal miners are bold to say that red and a beg yeni national security for red wadoma police for uches can be jail. Ma minute one more aka say omachine nipa baako obebe tuesika na che say red ekoko jai nipa na mano DCE aka say sika ne nke 6,000 na mom ye chemo mienu di amamo. What else do you want to hear? And if you've watched Gossips 24, I am so passionate when it comes to GALAMSEY issues. And the reason I'm passionate about GALAMSEY is because people think GALAMSEY only affects those who live in those areas, right? But the long-term effect of GALAMSEY trickles down to you and I, from what we drink in the comfort of our homes to what we eat. The vegetables, the tubers, the cereals, whatever we consume in this country will be affected by GALAMSEY in the next 5 to 10 years. So if you think you are going to play politics with this, if you think for your selfish interest or because you benefit directly from some of these people involved in these schemes, so it is okay to look on and to play partisan politics with every single Galamsey issue. Time will tell. Time will tell. Because at the end of the day, if the effects start showing, it won't just be me. It will be you and I. It will be you and I. And remember, some of these people have flown their wives and their kids abroad. Some of these people have dual nationalities for some of their relatives. Their wives hold multiple passports. Maybe they are US citizens. It is a to or find a passport or 5 years visa UK, US, Canada, Australia, Pabam ɔkɔhyɛ hɔ nom a ne yere anaasɛ ne baby ɛbɛfaile ama no ɔne ne bɛtena ɛwɔ saa ɔman ne so ɛyɛ mmienu a yɛte ha sei no ɛne yɛbɛbrɛ ɛyɛ mmienu yɛte ha ne yɛbɛbrɛ. So I don't know if you are watching this video and you are a direct beneficiary of any of these individuals, you should be able to point out their wrongdoings to them. Else you lack integrity. You lack integrity to call another person corrupt because you yourself, you are corrupt because your silence is proudly sponsored by money from Galamsey. Your silence is proudly sponsored by money from wrongdoings, old or new wrongdoings. Your silence is being sponsored by that. And shame on you. Shame on you if you find everything okay with whatever has been uncovered or exposed by my Joy Online that is happening at Amansie Central. Shame on you. Shame on you if you play politics with this. Shame on you if you tackle every Galamsey issue like it's a tit for tat, that the previous government did this, so it's right for the current government to do this. Oh, the current government is doing this, so the previous government was better. Shame on you. Because you can't speak truth to power. Shame on you. Because for the sake of your daily bread today, you think multitudes should suffer. Shame on you. Shame on you. Magraheb.